right to the helmet to a defender. He just did it again there.
Deceptively quick. They'll go Sheesh, same play, 50-yard line there with another stiff arm.
Within 5 yards of the same spot.
Yeah, boy, he just puts that thing out there, and he picks up 6 or 7 yards on that one. Well, Manti saying, hey, it worked once. We'll go right back to the well again. Why not? We'll just, it's a punch to the gut kind of stuff, and a 7-yard gain that time around. That puts the ball at the Emery 43-yard line.
Perfect position for Manti to be in. They've got about 3 yards to gain on second down.
Sheese is out for a little break. And they'll cross it over, go to Jenkins. And Jenkins is tripped up, but he gets the first down easily as he gets inside the 40. So Seth runs for almost a 7-yard gain and the first down. Manti, boy, that looks 9, 14, 15, 33, 10, 32, 7, 7-yard gains. That's how much they're chewing the yardage up out here.
That's off the tail of Kelton Pritchard and Tristan Olson that did the blocking.
Handed off left-hand side to the outside. It's Fowles, 35, shoulder down inside the 30. Turns a 1st and 10 into a 2nd and 2. Helped up by Jenkins. Nice to have Seth back from injuries and from illnesses because it really adds some depth there and it lets Manti have a little more fourth quarter stamina when he can relieve linebackers and running backs.
Yeah, he's going, we're seeing him active in both directions, offense and defense.
And a senior veteran player. Knows the mental aspects of the ball game. Second down, long 2 for Manti. Motion, handed off. Nope, Ace is going to throw. He got a receiver open to the right-hand side. Can't get it to him, and he's going to eat it. Boy, if he'd have gone to the outside shoulder, he had Dane Nordmark open on the right side. But he seemed to be focusing to the left to Pogreski, who was in that time. So the sack. And, boy, I know Manti was trying to catch him off guard, but just get a first down, then worry about the pass. My philosophy. So the sack means a loss of 8 yards. It's the end of the first quarter. Manti leads 7-0. We'll come back to a 3rd and 9 for Manti.
Don't take the risk of inadequate car service. For the very best in maintenance and repairs, take your vehicle to Big G Automotive in Manti. For everything from general service and care, heating and cooling service, and even transmission problems, the best place is Big G Automotive. They also have fast, reliable towing service for when you're in a jam. And don't forget that Big G Automotive is your local dealer for coast-to-coast cardboard. Visit Big G Automotive at 204 North Main in Manti.
The Manti Family Dental Clinic is proud to sponsor Manti High School sports on the radio. Dr. Ace and his staff are committed to supporting academic and athletic programs to better prepare our youth for the future.
Hi, this is Dr. Ace. I wish to thank all our dedicated and loyal patients for their support over the years. After all, it is you that makes it possible for us to help sponsor Manti High School's programs and activities. We wish all the athletes good luck this school year. Go Templars!
Happy to sponsor MHS Sports, the Manti Family Dental Clinic.
So 3rd down call for the Manti Templars at about the 35.5-yard line, a 3rd and 9 in 4-down territory here. But the sack ends up being costly, and we'll note that was right at the end of the quarter as we go now into a second quarter play.
Third down and a little more than 9 to go.
One running back in this set. It'll be Fowles as the only running back, so they'll have an H-back set here. They've got to wait till everybody's set, including referees now. So they'll run a tight end and look to the reverse to the outside. Turn in the corner is Sago. Sago turns to the 30 to the outside and gets the first down. Sago got what he needed. Patient running by Bradley Sago. 10-yard gain for the first down on the fly sweep.
Yeah, one of the key blocks there again was Tristan Olson as the tackle on the right-hand side. And that's a tricky block because it's hard to keep from getting a block in the back or a hold as you maintain that block just enough to let him round that corner.
So Albee checks in for the Templars in their rotation of speed backs here with a 1st and 10 at the 25. So they got a critical first down there on a 3rd and long. Now they'll go back to the 2-back set. Wide receivers across the way, Pogreski, and hand it off to Sheesh. Sheesh in the middle, and here he goes rumbling and rambling, and he's inside the 15. A pickup of about 11 or 12 by Sheesh. He is a load, and he gets a 12-yard gain and a first down.
Boy, they're just rolling this down the field with every run now. They don't even need to go to the pass that much. Jared was real patient there, though. As he approached the line of scrimmage, he waited for his blocking to develop, and after he cleared about 2 yards from the line of scrimmage, he gave it a burst of speed.
So Manti from the 13.5 in the 2 down backs, and he'll hand it to Sheese, left-hand side. Sheese up the middle, still on the go, runs into his own man. He's in a bear trap, but about the 7-yard line. Get out of that one, he would have scored. They had him around the ankle, and that guy wouldn't let go for anything, for dear life. He says, I can't power him down at the shoulders, but I'll get him down with a low tackle. So a run there of 8 yards by Sheese on that one. And you know the thing is, and I know there's, 80 pounds, 90 pounds of weight difference, but one of the things Cameron Fowles does, and we're probably not giving him a lot of credit, and that is he can do some lead blocking. He'll come through, and he'll get people moved out of the way. So 2nd and short. The Templars will move motion out to the right-hand side now and bring motion out of the slot. Hand it off up the middle to Sheese, and that's just line blocking there. Offensive line for the Manti Templars cleared the deck, and Sheese walks to the restaurant on the cruise for the touchdown.
Yeah, we've got Dane Howe, we've got Tristan Olson. I need to go through them all again to see who we've got there up on the front line. But all these runs that have been so successful for Manti, they've gained 5 yards before the defense has made contact with them. That's good credit to the line.
Extra point attempt to come up again with Stuart Lott to hold. Point after attempt coming up here early in the 2nd quarter. Snap, placement, and kick is good. And it's Manti 14, Emery 0, 10:34 remaining. 2nd quarter, back in 1 minute.
When you're ready to move across town, across the state, or across the country, U-Haul should be your first call. U-Haul in Ephraim has just what you need to make the move stress-free and easy on your bank account. Moving trucks, trailers and towing equipment, moving supplies, and more. If you're not sure what to do first, call U-Haul in Ephraim at 435-283-3390 before you do something wrong. U-Haul will make sure that you have money left in your wallet at the other end of your move. Call 435-283-3390, 283-3390.
So, wondering where to go after the game? How about Snowcap Lanes in Ephraim? Not only is the bowling great, but the food at Snowcap, one word, incredible. From the amazing line of mouth-watering burgers and sandwiches to the fabulous prime rib on Friday and Saturday nights. Then check Tuesday and Wednesdays as open bowling days. And now's the time to sign up for bowling leagues. There's openings for men, women, and mixed doubles. Hey, it's a great way to meet people and make new friends. The place for fun and food. The Snowcap Lanes on South Main in Ephraim.
The station for Manti High School sports.
Southern Utah University will sponsor our halftime show coming up, and we'll take a look at the scoring summary, etc. This one is a ball again down along the ground, fielded at the 20-yard line. The outside pin to the inside, hit and taken down. Initial contact. Jordan Howell, sophomore, linebacker and tight end for Manti. He'll be a key player next year for the Templars. Some of those youth stepping up, some of those sophomores, Stuart Lott, him, Derek Wright, some others. So it'll be Emery with a 2-touchdown deficit now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They had a drive going on their first series and then turned that over on downs. And they had a little bit of help, some penalties as well. So the Templars defensive line change, and they'll go 1st and 10 here for Emery from right to left here in the 2nd quarter. Wide side will be to their right. And they'll run one running back, and the wings now bring motion. Mota slotting out to the outright side into the middle on the pass completion. Tackle made after a pickup of about 8 yards. I think Connor Ace from the safety spot came up to make that tackle. So they are successful on the short passing game for Emery. They do that on 1st down this time.
Yeah, Cameron Fowles was the first one there to make contact with the receiver after he caught the pass. And he spun off of him, but Connor Ace was right there to finish it off.
2nd down call and 2 from the 41. Again, motion. They'll hand it to Mota. Sweep to the outside. He cuts back to the inside and gets close to the 1st down marker. Same thing Manti does really with the fly offense. This is Mota, who's a speed back. He's built a lot like Sheese. I don't think he's quite got the speed that Sheese does. But, so they'll give him, I think, 1st down on that rush.
TJ Pogreski's coming out from a linebacker spot. We've got, I believe, Kelton Pritchard coming in. They're going to increase the number of linemen again. It seems to be when they get to about midfield, they do that. And then also when they're expecting a pass, then of course
they'll change it up
and get a little more pass coverage.
I guess we call it nickel linebackers instead of nickel defensive backs, but they'll run a nickel package of sorts. 1st down and 10 for Emery at the 43-yard line. They'll run a counter right up the middle, and this is into the secondary, and finally down after a pickup of about 13, 14 yards. And that's your front line there that's getting trap blocked on that counter, and that's the big yardage they're giving up here is the counter trap play by Emery, a 13-yard gain for a first down there.
Manti's getting a little bit of penetration there in the middle, but Emery's play there with that trap takes just an extra second or two to develop, and then it opens up that seam, and he was able to go for a first down.
Easton Thompson was in. He comes out. He was in at a defensive line spot there for Manti. And action as a Templar. 1st and 10 at the Manti 42. Quarterback's going to look to throw to the outside. Has it complete. And a tackle finally made by Sago. Well, he drives him out of bounds. Initial tackle attempt by Pogreski. No, Albee. It was Albee on the outside. But they complete that one. And a lot of the gain came on the run after the pass completion to the 26-yard line. So Emery doing more through the air than we'd anticipated that they would.
And it's working for him. So I expected just to see more of the same.
17-yard completion there for another first down. They're down 14-0, but they're threatening here at the 26-yard line of Manti. And the quarterback changing the play at the line. Going to counter it off on an inside, and that's not going anywhere. Templars read that one well. They shifted over. If he'd handed off to the first man that he had to go to, he'd have probably had some yardage, but the Templars kind of closed the door. Seemed like it was just a little slight more of a delay in that handoff. It's only a pickup of about a half a yard. Forces Emery here into a 2nd and long.
The block that was supposed to pick up the defensive end, Jared Sheese, was unable to move him off of his spot there, and so there was nowhere to go with that run, and then Kelton Pritchard helped finish off the tackle with Jared.
Sheese on the one defensive end and Wright on the other. Interesting to kind of watch who they run away from and to. They'll have the wide side of the right, quarterback into the pocket, looking to throw. Has it incomplete to the outside. So that Eric Lee in the coverage again. The incompletion, it was a little bit high, and that will bring up a 3rd down along. So Emery with the solo coverage on the outside, but that time the quarterback threw it high, kind of off the back momentum and got it in the air too far. So 3rd down and 9 for Emery at the 25.5-yard line. It's a critical down for them here. For Emery, I'm sure they're in 4-down territory, but 4th and 9's not your favorite pickings if you're a team on offense. Mota is set as the slot left, so his motion, if he goes, would be from left to right, and they do bring him in motion. And Manti Templar step across. Anticipated, came across, and a 5-yard penalty against Manti right over the football. So now Emery will have a very makeable 3rd down at the 20.5-yard line.
You know, you were just barely talking about how 10 yards deep for 3rd and 4th down is kind of tough to deal with in a game in this situation that they're in. But now 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, it's changes your options for what kind of play calling you can do.
Just outside the 20, in the middle between the hashes here for Emery at the 8:03 mark. Manti 14, Emery 0.
They swapped Jared Sheese and Wesley Wright.
Flip-flop the end zone. You know, there's not a wide side here. I'm not sure how Templars do that. And they'll counter it right back across the middle, and tackle made, but they got the first down. Got the 5 yards they needed for the first down at the 15.5-yard line.
Emery's offensive line is doing a good job, as is Manti's in this game, and they're able to drive it right up the middle.
So that's a 1st and 10 at the 15 for Emery. Trying to get some points on here and tighten this up. They have not been able to stop Manti. If Manti could get a stop here and get the ball back with, say, 6 minutes or so left and get a score, then they would really have Emery in an uphill battle, because when you're a team trailing by 3 touchdowns, your time-consuming offense, which Emery has, plays against you. Looking for the option. Going to throw it over the middle. Incomplete. And then a flag's going to fly, and they're going to have interference, I think, in the end zone. Ace came in underneath as a safety and kind of knocked that down, but I think Eric Lee made some contact in the end zone on the receiver.
Now, that was thrown after the handoff. It was the halfback that made that throw.
And if Ace could have the ball at the 7.5-yard line. So it's a first down by penalty.
Well, not quite.
No, they are
by
short.
penalty, because is it automatic, or did they change that rule this
No,
year?
this will be a
They changed the
change the
down,
rule,
but I
and
think
it's
that
not
was a
automatic.
mistake.
So they didn't get the yardage with the spot at the 7-yard line. Half the distance, yeah, and that's to the 7, so it will be.
They're showing first down if they're replaying the down.
Yeah, they're replaying the down. So first and 3, and the quarterback is under pressure, and he goes down. Why on a 1st and 3 do you try to step in the pocket and throw the ball?
Kelton Pritchard is the one that came up the middle and had the sack. Also, you had Tristan Olson making good penetration, clogging up the middle.
So that's a loss of 4 yards almost. Boy, if Manti comes out of this unscathed, that's a key play right there. They get that sack on first down. Now it's 2nd down and 5.5. I would think Emery's going to have to run some counter. Wouldn't you think counter right here? That's what's worked best for him.
That's what's worked best. They have a lineman pull, lead block, and seal the edge.
They can run counters either way. They can run it with a motion man, or they can run it with a tight formation. They'll hand off, double hand off in the backfield, and it's snuffed out. There is a defensive jam by Jared Sheese as he takes down Marco Mota. So one All-State player on another one, and Sheese won the battle on the big sack, the double handoff. And the last 2 plays, Emery has kind of done double clutching on their offense, and it's not paid off.
Yeah, they're pulling out all the stops with the trick plays and the reverse handoffs, and but Jared Sheese stayed home. That's what is supposed to happen with the reverse, is you're hoping to catch the defensive end trying to suck down on that play.
So it's 3rd and 11 here for Emery at the 17-yard line after 2 losses. And they'll counter it from right to left and right into the hands. Pickup of about 5 yards on that carry by Dylan Fancy, I think. And that will mean a 4th down critical call coming up here for Emery just outside the 10-yard line. So they got about a 6-yard gain on that one. And they'll have the ball at the 10.5-yard line and a 4th down.
With how they've been doing risky plays and trick plays, I'd watch for a throw to the end zone.
Motion left to right. He clears. They're going to try to go to the long count, draw Manti across. The Templars shift to safety, and then Emery will take a timeout. So timeout on the field here for the Emery Spartans. Manti leads 14-0. Emery, a critical 4th down call when we come back in 30 seconds.
An old friend was telling me he's tired of jumping on a piece of equipment just to have something come off in his hand. That won't happen when you have Barclay Mechanical on your repair team. Equipment repair or fabrication, yep, Barclay Mechanical can do. Metal or mechanical repair or fabrication, yep, you guessed it, can do at Barclay Mechanical in Manti. Call Barclay Mechanical 835-5084 or stop by 595 West 100 North in Manti. 835-5084. Oh yeah, go get them, Manti Templars.
You're listening to the Manti High School Sports Station.
So here's the scenario. Manti leads 14-0. There's 5:24 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And Emery had the ball inside the Manti 10, and they had a loss of 4 and a loss of 6. And now they have a 4th down and long 5 outside the 10-yard line. So we'll see. And then they take the timeout, see what Manti does defensively here. They might bring a linebacker blitz look, at least from the outside, trying to what you try to do is get tackles thinking they have to, the offensive tackles thinking they have to block someone other than their main assignment. We'll see if Emery decides to run or throw here. The throw has worked pretty well for him in the passing department. They actually have thrown for over 40 yards in the ball game here on 3 completions. Motion from left to right, going to look to throw. Coming back across the middle, and they've got it incomplete in the end zone. The receiver dropped it. I think that's Palmalo, isn't it? Is that a number 1?
Looks like a number 1 to me.
And it's not Palmalo then. It's a number 1. The quarterback did a pretty good job actually of throwing that. That's a receiver, and he knows that he didn't get it.
He hit him in the hands a little bit right there at his rib cage, and he should have caught it. The defense was off about 2 yards from him. He was all alone. He should have had a touchdown.
And that's the thing where a defensive back should have been kind of playing an inside shoulder, but it goes for naught on the drop pass. So Manti escapes out of that one, and they'll have the ball here at their own 10-yard line. Well, they've run it well in their first 2 series. Bring motion from left to right, and Ace is going to throw. He's got a receiver open. Progreski, if he can get it down to him. Progreski cannot make the catch. He was open, but you got to keep in mind, this is T.J. Progreski's first game back, and it's just a little long. Another yard shorter on that. Progreski's got it, and he's going.
Yeah, his ankle's taped up really, really firmly, and
he put a nice fake on, though.
Yeah, he was wide open, just barely out of his fingertips, but he leaped for all he was worth to try and catch that. I think if he was in tip-top shape, he would have been able to get it. We got a timeout, it looks like.
Timeout at the 5:16 mark. We'll be back in 1 minute.
This is Mark of Risk Managers in Ephraim. It's hard to believe that Risk Managers has been serving all of your insurance needs for over 60 years, and we will be here in the future to take care of your auto, home, business, farm, health, and life insurance. Check first with us for very competitive, affordable rates and great customer service. For a quote and more information, contact Mark, Nate, or Rick at Risk Managers, 110 North Main in Ephraim. Call 283-4685.
Are you ready for a fiesta? It's always fiesta time with Mexican food that you crave at Los Amigos. Try the Mexican steak or one of my favorites, their fajitas or chimichangas. They have smothered burritos and enchiladas, non-alcoholic drinks, and kids' meals. They use homemade flour tortillas, and every table gets chips and the secret salsa. And check out their Friday specials. It's fiesta time at Los Amigos, 30th and 700 South in Ephraim, right behind the movie theaters.
Manti with a second down and 10. They'll bring speed back from motion from left to right. That's the fouls, and they hand it off. Jenkins up the middle, and Jenkins is rambling to the outside, got the first down. Very deceptive play. What you do is you move fouls, and he becomes a decoy there as he comes out of that speed back set. That gets the eye, and a lot of this fly offense is to get the eyes of the defense away from place. It's kind of like the counter thing. You get the eyes away, and they counter it. Not a true counter, but kind of a counter move in the backfield, and Jenkins goes for 13 yards and the first down.
Yeah, the defense has a hard time seeing what the quarterback's doing since he turns around and does the fake handoff and everything right there close.
This time they'll bubble it to the outside. This is Sego, and looks to the outside. Jenkins gets a knockdown, blocks some others. Sego to the outside. He's on the sideline to the 50, the 40. And Bradley Sego is going to put points on the board for the Manti Templars on a run from the 23-yard line. Oh, he got some nice blocking on the outside, including Seth Jenkins. And then one of the linemen that was pulling out there.
You could tell that he had faith in his teammates' lead blocking there for him, because he was trotting upright as he's waiting for the blocks to develop as he's coming out of the backfield. And as soon as he gets those blocks, he pours on the speed, goes right down the sideline untouched all the way.
So a 76-yard touchdown run by Bradley Sego. And Manti is already well over 200 yards in offense and rushing. 4:50 mark here in the quarter, but they put those points on. Whoa, and the snap gets away from. Here's Harris. Caleb Harris looking for the short man, and incomplete. Well, Caleb did a pretty good job of picking that up, and he knew fire drill and to fouls, but he couldn't throw it to him. So the no good extra point. 20-0. Manti with the lead. We'll be back with the kickoff in 1 minute.
Zions Bank wishes the Manti High School Templars a winning season this year. And as community bankers, employees at Zions Bank's two convenient locations in Manti and Ephraim share your common values: commitment to family, hard work, and an appreciation for our pioneering heritage. They offer friendly personal banking services, a variety of products to meet your everyday needs, and local decision-making. Discover why at Zions Bank we haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
How many internet-connected devices are in your home? Computers, smartphones, tablets, iPods, even your game consoles like Xbox and more share the internet and make it seem slow. Centricom high-speed internet with speeds up to 50 megs will help your devices work faster. Call Centricom now to get the speed you need for all your devices at 1-800-427-8449 or visit Centricom.com for more information.
The home of the Manti Templars.
Harris approaches, line drive kick right down the middle, bouncing around, finally fielded at the 9-yard line by the return man, goes outside, and then he's right into the teeth of a Manti defender. Ball is loose on the turf at the 15, and it's Manti ball. And that was a hit put on. I'm not sure who did that first hit. It might have been Eric Lee. But somebody really clobbered that runner. He came right into him, knocked the ball loose, and Manti recovers at the 15-yard line.
Wow, we were just talking at break how this kick is so important for Manti to keep him down behind the 30-yard line so that Emery doesn't have a chance to use the clock and get another score. And boy, this just turns everything around. So we got a timeout by Emery.
Yeah, Emery's going to take a timeout here. We're coming up on our halftime show. We'll have that presented by Southern Utah University. Experience more learning, growing, maturing, hiking, dancing, and living. Southern Utah University. Post game tonight, we'll name our Los Amigos player of the game. Chili Arena with a bean burrito smothered in cheese, served with rice and beans. Call for takeout from Los Amigos, 283-5675. Score updates. Went ahead and pass some of those along. Russ?
Yeah, we've got Grantsville leading Juab 14-7 in the second, and we also have Judge 35, North Sanpete 0 in the fourth quarter. Here we've got 20-0 for Manti in the second. Beaver is tied with Parowan 7 apiece in the second, and Grand is 6, South Sevier 6 in the second.
Yeah. Interesting 2A games there. It wouldn't surprise me at all that Manti will be the lone South Division 3A team to move on to the semis. That's going to be quite a game, I think, between Grantsville and Juab. But Juab seems to have, once teams have figured out a little bit defensively what to do against that pass attack of theirs, their offense has not been as potent lately. Well, Manti has it 1st and 10 at the Emery 15-yard line after the turnover, after the fumble kick return. Single back set, motion from left to right. That's Sago. Looking to throw is Ace. Going to thrank it down to the outside. He's got a receiver wide open. Cameron fouls. Ace the fouls the connection. Bingo. 15-yard touchdown pass. It's a one-play drive. Points on the board for Manti.
Yeah, this is really lifting Manti up. It's a little bit demoralizing for Emery because now the score is just inflated just with one play.
That's a one-play drive. 15 yards for the touchdown. And then the point after attempt coming up here and see if Manti goes for 2 to try to get that point back that they missed on the one before. They'll go to the right-hand side, back up at the middle, and it's Albee on the speed dive, what I call a speed dive. Gets a 2-point conversion. And that puts Manti up by 28-0. We'll be back with the kickoff in 1 minute.
Providing full title service in the area for over 60 years now. D-Land Title of Manti and Richfield has been serving the area since 1946. Merrill Ogden and his qualified staff can handle all document preparation, title searches, and title insurance. When your financial transactions require title work, request D-Land Title of Manti or Richfield. With over 60 years of service, call or visit D-Land Title for a no-obligation consultation on your title work. That's D-Land Title of Manti and Richfield.
Gunnison Market is holding a huge Christmas preview sale Friday, November 8th from 5 to 10 p.m. with Santa Claus. Free prizes and outstanding deals. Save on fresh-made cranberry sauce, $3.99. Fresh-made cheese balls, $3.99 a pound. Fresh-made cowboy caviar, $3.99. Barbecue chicken legs, 50 cents. Assorted cooked shrimp, $9.99 a pound. Assorted holiday salads, $4.99 a pound. And Little Debbie holiday snacks, 3 for $5. Don't miss the Gunnison Christmas preview sale with Santa Claus Friday, November 8th from 5 to 10 p.m. at Gunnison Market in Gunnison.
The pride of the Templars.
Kickoff by Harris. It's an onside kick. Bounces into the air and taking a tumble at the 40-yard line. Sacrificed his body that one, but the Emery will retain control at the 40-yard line. And Manti leads here 28-0. That Templars have scored 2 touchdowns in a matter of 14 seconds. They scored at the 4:50 mark. They scored at the 4:36 mark. Emery now at the 41-yard line with the 1st and 10. And they'll have 4:35 on the clock yet, so plenty of time for an Emery drive, and they have got to have one here to try to stay in this ball game.
Manti switching things up there on their defensive line. They've got Ben Tia in, and I can't quite tell. I think it's Nathan Cox now. Yep, Nathan Cox.
And the ball has gotten loose from the quarterback on a shotgun snap. Oh, things are just falling apart for Emery right now. See if they can recover out of this. Quarterback having a shotgun snap. He runs from the shotgun, gets away from him, and he's clear back to the 30. So there is a loss of 11 yards on that one. And so Emery will now have a 2nd down and long. Getting some, well, Nathan Cox in there in that defensive line. It gets some of the other players a little bit of a breather here in this late second quarter.
TJ Pogreski on the linebacking core there. We've got Fowles and Jenkins on the sideline as the defensive end switch for Manti again.
So second and long here for Emery. You'd think a passing situation. Pogreski is going to play the outside and then back to the inside, and they run with it and get it to the 40-yard line. Now, Pogreski was a middle linebacker and safety in his previous 2 years, but some things you just, when you haven't played this season very much, you just aren't in the field yet of how to make a movement on a defensive blocker. Comes with just some playing time under the belt. 10-yard gain, third down and 11 for Emery.
Yeah, Manti is just playing it safe with Connor Ace dropping back and doing his own pass coverage.
Third and 11. From the 40-yard line, wide side to the right for Emery. They still haven't put any receivers out wide. They'll try to counter it back into the middle, and they do, and they'll get about a 9-yard gain. Tackle made on the outside by Sago, so an 8-yard gain will bring up a 4th down and 3 for Emery. Well, do they roll the dice here or what for Emery?
Well,
they're
the
down 4 touchdowns.
First thing I expect them to do, and they've done it here tonight already, is if they can get Manti to come off sides, it's gonna give it to him on penalty.
4th and 3. Clears, and the Templars do step across right on the nose, and sophomore mistake.
And that's a player that they've often pulled out of the game
on third down,
on fourth down and short for that very reason. Because if the teams have done their film homework, doing their scouting, they'll be able to pick off that Manti has been susceptible to that this year.
So they get the penalty first down to keep the drive alive for Emery. So you called it. Went to the long count, 47.5-yard line of Manti now.
And Caleb Harris is in the game as a backer now.
So 1st and 10 for Emery, wide side to the right. Templars are plugging things up. They're going to put some pressure on the quarterback, and he's going down. He is down at the 47. You knew they were bringing the house then. The Templars dropped 4. And if my math figures out, that means they brought 6 to 7. I think they had one kind of them hanging out in an intermediate range in case it was a screen pass. But there is the loss back to the 48-yard line of Manti.
Yeah, Tristan Olsen, the first one in there. Jared Sheese, of course, in there with him. And Nathan Cox also contributing to that sack.
That will bring up a second down. Clock running at 1:41 here. Manti leads 28-0 over Emery. Second down and 14. And they'll double handoff again to Mota to the outside. Sheese turns it back to the inside, and then tackle made by Pogreski. Some help coming back in, so Pogreski floats over from that middle linebacker, does a good job. Sheese really kind of made it, it's like folding up the envelope. He turned that to the inside, and that lets the field people come in, and they get a gain of about 2 yards is all.
Harris was also in on that tackle after Pogreski made the first contact.
So a third down and 13 now for Emery in this ball game. Second quarter. Wide side will be to the left. That hasn't really mattered to them. They don't run wide receivers at all. It's been tight formation all the way. Oh, and there's procedure. That's a 5-yard mark off on Mota, who got to leaning, and he just leaned too far. And so a 5-yard mark off means third down. Do you think he was headed up the field? I think Mota was headed up the field right there.
He was anxious.
He was not going to go sideways. He was going up the field.
Coach had called his number. This is a pass to you to get this first down and even maybe more. And a little over anxious and kind of just lost his balance.
Yeah, he did. So that makes it a third down from the 45-yard line now for Emery. Had some critical miscues. Fumble that really was costly to him on a kick return. Gave Manti a one-play drive from 15 yards out. Well, they'll hand it off. Speedback comes back across the middle for Emery. They run a base play, good for about 5 yards to the midfield marker at the 50-yard line. And 31 seconds remaining for Emery. Now it'll be interesting to see what they do on fourth down here. There's timeout on the field by Manti to stop the clock, and the fourth down at the 50-yard line will be back in 30 seconds.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, high school football season. And this year, Gunnison Valley Hospital is pleased to be the official sponsor of the Manti High Templars. But you don't have to be a Templar to be in good hands at Gunnison Valley Hospital. They've been treating local athletes for more than 75 years. Whether it's a routine visit or a sports-related injury, Gunnison Valley Hospital doctors and physicians are standing by to assist high school athletes throughout the region. Cutting-edge technology, hometown convenience. That's Gunnison Valley Hospital.
This is coverage of Manti High School sports on KMTI Manti.
So it's a 4th down call for the Emery Spartans at the 50-yard line. 31 seconds remaining. The Templars make some lineup changes here defensively. For one thing, they will get some key guys back in up front, and then in the secondary, they're going to pull a few of their key guys out so they don't risk any kind of an injury here.
Almost a return on the punt now is what they're setting up for, because Connor Ace came out as safety and Sago's back to receive.
So he's the single deep back, and he's staying at the 20. So if this goes over his head, I think the instructions were let it go. If you can field it short, then go with it from the punt formation. And it's out of there. It's a high floater to the right-hand side. Sago looks at it, and he'll bark to the Templars, get away from it. With a 28-0 lead, don't do anything crazy here, and they'll have it at the 10-yard line and have 18 seconds on the clock after the punt by the Emery Spartans, who've run about twice as many plays as Manti. That'll show up in our halftime stat book, but they don't have any points to show for it. And Manti, one drive was a 3-play drive for score, another one a 1-play drive. 5-play drive, 9-play drive for Manti. Manti with the ball at the 10.5-yard line. Quarterback under center for 1 play unless they air it out here. Ace rolling to the right-hand side. Throws it to the outside, incomplete. I know that was in no man's land. It was too high for Albee and too short for the deeper receiver, which was probably Ogreski. Had Alder in the vicinity as well. So 2nd down and 12. You know, if that completion that goes to the shorter receiver and you got a seal block on the outside, that could go for a touchdown because there were not enough defenders floating over there. But Templars could have run that one a long ways here on a pattern to the right.
They got wide side of the field this side again. I expect the same thing.
Fairly tight formation. They'll bring motion. Hand it to the speed back coming around to the right-hand side. And into the secondary, try to get to the sideline, cannot. And so that's King for the carry. King with his speed got to the outside. Gets the 1st down for Manti.
Clock stop to move the chains. We'll see if Manti can, I think they're going to have to call a timeout, and they do.
Ball will be at the 27-yard line.
That's their last one of the quarter.
17-yard gain by King in the 1st down. Boy, if he could have got to the sideline and stopped the clock, Manti might have had time to run 2 plays without, or 1 play without using the timeout. But we'll keep it right here and tell you that our halftime show is coming up, presented by Southern Utah University. We'll have our postgame show presented by Sunrise Engineering. From a new freshman to a graduate student, an SUU experience is designed to help you experience more education. Manti with the lead here, 28-0, with 4 seconds remaining. Coming up in halftime on that Southern Utah halftime show, we'll have scores. We'll have one that's a final to pass along in 3A. And another one that'll be nearing the end of that ball game here in the 3A quarterfinals. Next week, those will be held, the semifinals at Southern Utah University. State championship in 2 weeks will be held at Weber State. And if Manti continues their way they're going here to win this one, Morgan, their likely opponent next week in the semifinal, which is the one heavyweight team out of that Northern Division that they have not played this season. So tight on the corners. Look how tight they are on that far side. They've got double safety set here, though, for Emery. And then they're going to come across the middle, incomplete. A little bit high for Sago, and he's unhappy with himself for not catching that. But that was not the easiest catch in the world to make. Brian Badley, you've done a lot of good stuff tonight, so don't worry about that one. 28-0, Manti takes the lead into the locker room. Our halftime show coming up, presented by Southern Utah University, back in 3 minutes.
Colder temperatures outside means insects are looking for someplace warm to live, like your home. Spiders, ants, earwigs, and other bugs will take refuge from freezing conditions outside in your kitchen, bathroom, bedrooms, or anywhere else in the house. To protect your home or business, call Ecolite for a professional pest control barrier. Ecolife can apply a smell-free, safe for the environment product that they guarantee will make you bug-free. Call Ecolife at 283-6002.
Since 1975, Cache Valley Bank has served the banking needs of Utah. The tradition of great local banking continues as they purchase the local America West Bank branches located in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, Nephi, Loa, and Price. Cache Valley Bank specializes in home loans, commercial, agriculture, and construction loans with local decision-making at each branch. Cache Valley Bank is excited to be a part of your community with the same great people and the same great service. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Welcome to the home of the Manti Templars. I'm your host, Toby Tobler. Channel 3 is excited to cover Templar football, and we want to share all the emotions that come with the glorious team and the battles they will face in proclaiming their place in infamy as state champions. We will be showing live home games on Channel 3, but to make the experience more fantastic, they will be in HD on Channel 800 a few days later. Get HD now by calling 835-2929 and follow Manti Telecommunications on Facebook for all the news on sports and showtimes.
Don't take the risk of inadequate car service. For the very best in maintenance and repairs, take your vehicle to Big G Automotive in Manti. For everything from general service and care, heating and cooling service, and even transmission problems, the best place is Big G Automotive. They also have fast, reliable towing service for when you're in a jam. And don't forget that Big G Automotive is your local dealer for coast-to-coast carports. Visit Big G Automotive at 204 North Main in Manti.
The Manti Family Dental Clinic is proud to sponsor Manti High School sports on the radio. Dr. Ace and his staff are committed to supporting academic and athletic programs to better prepare our youth for the future.
Hi, this is Dr. Ace. I wish to thank all our dedicated and loyal patients for their support over the years. After all, it is you that makes it possible for us to help sponsor Manti High School's programs and activities. We wish all the athletes good luck this school year. Go Templars!
Happy to sponsor MHS Sports, the Manti Family Dental Clinic.
Southern Utah University has invested in high-quality experiences. You still learn a great deal in the classrooms where faculty know you and care about your success, but you add to that during your study abroad time in France, during your internship in Washington, D.C., or during your service learning project. SUU students conduct research with gifted faculty, do live TV news, polish creative writing skills in national parks, and invest real money in Wall Street. Experience hands-on learning that lasts a lifetime. Experience more at SUU.
You're listening to Manti High School Sports on
KMTI. Larry Masco and Russell Olson with you, and our Southern Utah University halftime show, a curriculum deliberately built to focus on your experience. Find out more at suu.edu. And boy, they had an experience down there this week with high winds and trees on their campus there, but they'll be doing fine and moving right along with quality education at SUU. Well, we talked about number of plays run. That's one of the things we'll look at here in our halftime show. We'll check the scoreboard for you a little later in the halftime program. Right now, let's do our scoring summary presented by Southern Utah University. Emory had the first drive of the ball game and was taking it right up the field, and then it bogged down, and they turned it over on downs. And that first quarter time-consuming drive for the Emery Spartans. Manti got the ball at their own 20, and they did a 5-play, 80-yard drive. Foul scored on a 10-yard run with 4:15 remaining in the first quarter. The point after was good, and it was 7-0. Then Emery started at their own 17. They punted the ball away, the Manti Templars, in the closing minute and a half of the first quarter, started at their own 18. They did a 9-play, 82-yard drive. She scored 6 yards out with 10:34 remaining in the second quarter. It was 14-0. Keep in mind that was a 10:34 in the second quarter. And then the Emery Spartans, they got the ball. They could not put that one in. So Manti took over at their own 10-yard line, and a 3-play drive. Sago a 77-yard run. And the Templars in that 3-play drive, and the first one was in pass incompletion, so 2 runs of 13 and then 77 yards. Sago scored with 4:50 remaining in the second quarter. Point after was no good. Manti led 20-0. The ensuing kickoff fumbled at the 15-yard line on the kick return by the Emery Spartans on a hard hit that was put in. And the Templars got the ball at the Emery 15. Fowles scored on a 15-yard pass on that 1-play drive. The 2-point conversion was good, and it was 28-0 Manti. And Emery then punted it on their final series of downs. And they've had quarterback sacks that have been very costly in that second quarter, as well as the turnover. And then Manti just ran the clock out to finish the first half. So that's the scoring summary. Manti on top, 28-0 here at halftime of this quarterfinal game in 3A football. Halftime show presented by Southern Utah University. And it's an experience of your education as you explore it with a difference. Experience SUU. 3-minute break and back with more of the halftime show.
No one plans to break down on one of Utah's lonely highways, but when you're broke down, locked out, or out of gas, and you're stressed out and not really sure what to do, make sure the first thing that you do is call Sorensen Towing and Recovery. Go ahead, put it in your cell phone right now. Call 435-835-1501. If your battery's dead, call Sorensen Towing and Recovery. If you've been in a wreck, make sure that the call goes out to Sorensen Towing and Recovery. That's Sorensen Towing and Recovery, 435-835-1501. It's the only call you need to make, 835-1501.
So, wondering where to go after the game? How about Snow-Cap Lanes in Ephraim? Not only is the bowling great, but the food at Snow-Cap, one word, incredible! From the amazing line of mouth-watering burgers and sandwiches to the fabulous prime rib on Friday and Saturday nights. Then check Tuesday and Wednesdays as open bowling days. And now's the time to sign up for bowling leagues. There's openings for men, women, and mixed doubles. Hey, it's a great way to meet people and make new friends. The place for fun and food. The Snow-Cap Lanes on South Main in Ephraim.
An old friend was telling me he's tired of jumping on a piece of equipment just to have something come off in his hand. That won't happen when you have Barclay Mechanical on your repair team. Equipment repair or fabrication, yep, Barclay Mechanical can do. Metal or mechanical repair or fabrication, yep, you guessed it, can do at Barclay Mechanical in Manti. Call Barclay Mechanical, 835-5084, or stop by 595 West 100 North in Manti. 835-5084, oh yeah, go get 'em, Manti Templars.
This is Nate of Risk Managers in Ephraim. It's hard to believe that Risk Managers has been serving all your insurance needs for over 60 years, and we will be here in the future to take care of your auto, home, business, farm, health, and life insurance. Check first with us for very competitive, affordable rates and great customer service. For a quote and more information, contact Nate, Mark, or Rick at Risk Managers, 110 North Main in Ephraim. Call 283-4685.
Are you ready for a fiesta? It's always fiesta time with Mexican food that you crave at Los Amigos. Try the Mexican steak or one of my favorites, their fajitas or chimichangas. They have smothered burritos and enchiladas, non-alcoholic drinks, and kids' meals. They use homemade flour tortillas, and every table gets chips and the secret salsa. And check out their Friday specials. It's fiesta time at Los Amigos, 30th and 700 South in Ephraim, right behind the movie theaters.
Think about your best school days, the ones that were exciting and engaging, that made a lasting impression with lessons you can remember clearly. The teachers who created those experiences expected more of you than you may have thought possible. In the face of that challenge, you learned something new. SUU has hundreds of professors who want you to get the most of your college experience. They will motivate you to work and study and learn, and that's a good thing. Explore Southern Utah University, where you will experience more learning.
The home of Manti High School sports.
Back here on our halftime show presented by Southern Utah University, we appreciate Bob Ballman keeping the individual stats. And with these numbers hard to read for Emery, he's down on the field and really get a much more accurate reading on things. So here's the way it breaks down individually for Emery. In the rushing department, Mota has carried 7 times 39 yards. And Meacham, who we probably haven't given enough credit to there, 12 rushes, 58 yards on the carries. And then for Braden Burke, he's carried 4 times 12 yards, caught 1 pass, 3 pass catches for McDermott out there, and 32 yards. So 84 yards in rushing for the Emery Spartans. For the Manti Templars, Bradley Sago, 103 yards in rushing tonight. He had that one big long run one that put on a lot of it there for the touchdown. And Sheese, 6 carries, almost 80 yards. Fowles, 4 carries, almost 60 yards. That's a pretty healthy per carry yardage when you've got 60 on 4 carries. He's caught the 1 pass for 15. So Manti at 270 yards in rushing, 15 in passing. For Emery, 84 in rushing and 40 in the passing department. Again, we appreciate those statistics from Bob Ballman down on the field. And so our halftime score here, Manti 28 and Emery 0. Let's take a look just at a few more of the stats here. 8 first downs for Manti, 9 for Emery. Man, Emery has run 36 total plays in for 125 yards, and Manti with 20 plays, so a little more than half of what Emery has run. And Manti at about 285 yards in offense here in our stat review at halftime presented by Southern Utah University. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back and take a look at halftime scores with Russ Olson.
When you choose to bank at Zions, you get small-town customer service from the only local bank with a statewide network of branches. Enjoy convenient access to your cash from nearly 200 Zions ATMs throughout Utah and Idaho. At Zions Bank Stampede County locations, you can take advantage of a full range of checking and savings products for your family and your business. Plus, we have top-rated online banking services. At Zions Bank, we haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
How many internet-connected devices are in your home? Computers, smartphones, tablets, iPods, even your game consoles like Xbox and more share the internet and make it seem slow. Centricom high-speed internet with speeds up to 50 megs will help your devices work faster. Call Centricom now to get the speed you need for all your devices at 1-800-427-8449 or visit Centricom.com for more information.
Providing full title service in the area for over 60 years now. D-Land Title of Manti and Richfield has been serving the area since 1946. Merrill Ogden and his qualified staff can handle all document preparation, title searches, and title insurance. When your financial transactions require title work, request D-Land Title of Manti or Richfield. With over 60 years of service, call or visit D-Land Title for a no-obligation consultation on your title work. That's D-Land Title of Manti and Richfield.
Gunnison Market is holding a huge Christmas preview sale Friday, November 8th from 5 to 10 p.m. with Santa Claus, free prizes, and outstanding deals. Save on 20-pack Pepsi products, only $3.99 each. Assorted Townhouse crackers, 2 for $3. Assorted Doritos, buy one, get one free. 40-pound box of chicken, $60. 20-pack of Coke products, $3.99 each. Buy one, get one free. Assorted Ritz crackers and holiday salads, $3.99 a pound. It's Gunnison Market's preview sale with Santa Claus for the kids. Friday, November 8th, 5 to 10 p.m. at Gunnison Market in Gunnison.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, high school football season. And this year, Gunnison Valley Hospital is pleased to be the official sponsor of the Manti High Templars. But you don't have to be a Templar to be in good hands at Gunnison Valley Hospital. They've been treating local athletes for more than 75 years. Whether it's a routine visit or a sports-related injury, Gunnison Valley Hospital doctors and physicians are standing by to assist high school athletes throughout the region. Cutting-edge technology, hometown convenience. That's Gunnison Valley Hospital.
If you want to compete in life, you must be prepared. The best way to gain a competitive advantage is to arm yourself with a great education, one that gives you power through knowledge. Learn how to beat your opponents in life with a great experience at Southern Utah University. At SUU, you will be challenged, pushed, coached, and encouraged to earn a valuable education that will serve you the rest of your life. Find out how to experience more at suu.edu. This is Manti High School sports action on KMTI.
Halftime show presented by Southern Utah University. Let's take a look at our halftime scoreboard. This is sponsored by SUU, and Russ Olson will check scores for us here tonight.
To start off with, the winner of this game here, Manti versus Emery, will face off against Morgan, who beat Richfield tonight 32-13. In the other side of the bracket, Judge Memorial knocked off North Sanpete 35-0. Grantsville and Juab are tied at halftime at 14 apiece. Now, their meeting earlier this season was on the same field, and Grantsville won that game 14-0. But right now, they're tied at 14 apiece at half. Here we have Manti 28, Emery nothing at the half. In 2A, we've got Beaver 15, Parowan 10 at the half, and Grand 20, South Sevier 6 at the half. 1A score, Kanab 40, Milford 0 at the half.
That Parowan team's really improved and come on late in the season down there in that southern region. So there's some other, I still think South Summit's the heavyweight in 2A, but other than that, there's just a lot of competitive football in those playoffs, even in the quarterfinals in the 2A. We'll have one of those coming up tomorrow. And that Gunnison coverage will be tomorrow on the radio for you. We'll have Snow College here on KMTI, that Gunnison game on one of our FMs for that tomorrow. And again, Judge Memorial has moved into a semifinal with that victory over North St. Pete and Morgan. And Manti, if they don't let this thing get away from them, with a 28-0 lead at halftime, would play Morgan next Saturday at 4 o'clock at Southern Utah University in Cedar City, where this stadium, by the way, came from. This facility that we've got, such a nice facility here. And so that's, we were trying to think the other day how many years this has been here. And we figured at least 13-ish or something like that.
I think it
Jim
came
Peterson would
close
know.
to 2000.
Jim would remember, I think, when we got that. But so it's 28-0 here at halftime, and we will take another 2-minute timeout, 2-minute break, and then be back with second half action.
Colder temperatures outside means insects are looking for someplace warm to live, like your home. Spiders, ants, earwigs, and other bugs will take refuge from freezing conditions outside in your kitchen, bathroom, bedrooms, or anywhere else in the house. To protect your home or business, call Ecolife for a professional pest control barrier. Ecolife can apply a smell-free, safe for the environment product that they guarantee will make you bug-free. Call Ecolife at 283-6002.
Cache Valley Bank was organized in 1975, and since its inception, they've been providing services to small businesses, farmers, and residents of Utah. Cache Valley Bank has experienced steady growth over the years and is excited to expand with the recent purchase of the local America West Bank branches located in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, Nephi, Loa, and Price. Cache Valley Bank is excited to be a part of your community with the same great people and the same great service. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Do you record your TV shows? Where do you watch them? Well, Manti Telecommunications has a total home DVR system that lets you watch your recorded shows or record them from any room in your home, in high definition or standard definition, wherever you want, whenever you want. Speaking of wherever, now you can get a MyDVR account that will allow you to schedule your shows or see when they're on, all online. Schedule wherever, watch and record wherever. Call 835-2929. That's 835-2929.
Don't take the risk of inadequate car service. For the very best in maintenance and repairs, take your vehicle to Big G Automotive in Manti. For everything from general service and care, heating and cooling service, and even transmission problems, the best place is Big G Automotive. They also have fast, reliable towing service for when you're in a jam. And don't forget that Big G Automotive is your local dealer for coast-to-coast carports. Visit Big G Automotive at 204 North Main in Manti.
Your connection for Manti High School sports.
Our halftime show has been presented by Southern Utah University. From a new freshman to a graduate student, it's an SUU education designed to help you experience more education. And particularly if you have students anticipating going into education, this is known as one of the fine teacher colleges and coaching colleges in the Intermountain West there. Get more details by visiting campus or going to suu.edu. 28-0, the halftime score. Larry Masco and Russell Olson with you here in our Manti Templar coverage tonight. And again, in our scoring, it's been Fowles, Sheese, Sago, and again, Fowles scoring the touchdowns tonight for the Manti Templars. And they've just got some real weapons out there. Sheese and Fowles and Sago, when they get their hands on the ball, they have just really done some damage. And, Russ, when you look at this, 9, 14, 15, 33, 10, 32, 7, 7, 8, 10, 12, 8, 6, 13, 77, 17 yards. That's the rushing plays for Manti. One of them was a -7. They have not had a 2 or 3 or 4 yard rush all night long. It's been 6 yards or longer. They're just eating it up here. 17 rushes for 270 yards. That's a pretty healthy per rush average.
Yeah, and it seems like the contact by Emery's defense on the ball carrier happens at least 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. So we've got excellent blocking schemes going on for Manti. And then once the ball carriers hit the seam, boy, they turn on the jets and they add 5-10 yards after the first contact.
They're averaging 14 and 15 yards a carry. Is what Manti is doing in this ball game. Emery, by contrast, at about 3.5 yards per carry, 27 rushes and 84 yards for them here. Well, we're ready to get underway for the second half of play. Emery will be kicking off. Manti will receive, and Manti has scored every time, every possession that they've had the ball tonight, except for that final one, which was all for, just they wanted to run off time off the clock basically anyway. And even then, they ran 17 yards on a rush. And then had the pass incompletion. So Emery to kick off, going right to left under the lights here. Manti left to right to return to start this second half of play.
Now, coming out of the locker room, this is where the momentum can shift. They can take a lot of momentum. Emery can with
stop.
Yeah. So this series is huge. This return for Manti. Let's see as they get set for the first kickoff for Emery this game.
If Manti just marches up the field offensively like they've done before, don't have any miscues on this drive, put another package of points on there, they'll sideline it and onside kick. A lot of scramble for it, and Emery's thinking they've got it, and it is. Emery gets the onside kick return. Templars had some people trying to get down on it, but Tristan Daniels just couldn't quite ramp that up there. And so Emery goes onside kick, and they'll have the ball at the 48, so they actually will get first possession. And I don't think Manti was totally caught by surprise there with that. Just that ball took some funny hops, and it almost didn't go the 10 yards, and then it took it was a great job by the kicker, actually, to get that thing to hop like it did.
Yeah, and they faked one guy kicking it, and a different guy actually made the kick. So just a little twist by Emery.
So at the Manti 47 here for the Emery Spartans. Handed off, dive play into the linebacking core and out to the 39-yard line. So the 6-yard gain on the carry by Meacham. He 5'7", 170-pounder. And then we've got a flag flying here. Manti must have had too many players on the field, I think, defensively. They'll give up more yardage here.
Trevor Alder was the one on the stop. We've got Seth Jenkins back into the game. Kelton Pritchard coming in too.
7-yard gain by Emery. And they'll have the ball now to the, that's a 15-yarder.
Probably an unsportsmanlike then.
27-yard line is where they'll be. So with the penalty and the play, they move the ball from the 47 to the 27.
Thompson back in on the line, and Seth Jenkins out as a linebacker.
So first down at the 27 for Emery. Trying to get some breaks to go their way here, and they bring in a play change. Mota giving it to the quarterback. Mota sets as the slot left. He'll come in motion. They'll try to hand a dive left. Mota and this runs right into the teeth of Dane Howe and the Manti defense. So on a first down call, maybe a 2-yard gain. Doing a good job of closing that hole is Dane Howe.
And Kelton Pritchard there was right on top of that too.
So 2-yard gain for Emery. They got the onside kick to get this first possession of the second half. And they'll have the ball at the 25 of Manti on the second down. Well, Emery shot themselves in the foot a time or two in that first half. Had a drive going, and then it bogged down on a miscue. Motion from left to right. They'll counter it and back up to the middle and to the 20-yard line. Templars hemmed it in good on the outside. They kind of turned it in there a bit. Templars have people who have a roster and they don't have a 71. They're trying to confer with that. That is Easton Thompson for the Manti Templars.
Fouls and Progreski switch places. Progreski in, fouls on the sideline.
Third down and 3. 20-yard line for Emery. 4-down territory. Wide side is to the right. No motion. Hand it straight dive up the middle, and it's not going to be enough for the first down. They do get about 1.5 yards out of it. Nothing fancy on the straight dive to Meacham. So it's a 4th and short for the Emery Spartans. A long yard here on 4th down.
Dane Howe comes back in, and Thompson back out. Manti's putting in who they want because they can be drawn off sides easily and give up the first down without even snapping the ball.
So it'll be 4th and a long yard at the 18, just outside the 18 for Emery. Again, Meacham, the only running back. He's kind of a tailback. Motor runs more out of a slot back set. They bring motion right to left-handed. Coming to the outside, and he doesn't get the first down. The Templars did a good job. That's Progreski and others sliding down on that. Progreski, Tyler Albee, they just kind of strung that out and kept it going down the line. The running back decided, I can't get it here. He tried to bubble to the outside, and Emery does not get it on a 4th and 1.
Boy, that's the story of the night.
Yes, it is.
Emery keeps getting in the red zone, and Manti keeps stopping him on defense.
Some good, tough defensive plays for the Manti Templars, and they'll get the ball at the 18.5-yard line. So, see what Manti can do now. If they hadn't given up the onside kick, this probably would have been somewhere in the vicinity where they would have started the drive. That's at the 9:18 mark.
Sago was also in on that. I'm watching it on a replay.
Yeah,
now.
guys like to give credit where due there. Templars will hand it off. Nope, going to throw to the outside to Sheese, and outside they had some pass rush coming through, and Ace had to hurry the throw, and it was a little too wide for Sheese to get to it. So an incomplete pass will bring up second down and 10 at the 18.
The good thing there is Connor threw it outside of everybody. It was really throwing it away, and they were trying to work on that this week with Connor. If it's not there, unload it. You also open up yourself if you hold the ball too long back there trying to scramble to holding penalties and such too.
Okay, got Sago back in the ball game. Sheese, Sago, Pogreski, 3 prime receivers all to the left-hand side, and the Templars with Ace up under center, drops into the pocket, has time, delivers to the outside, incompletion. He had Sheese open underneath. He came deeper, went to Sago, and that just and Connor's throwing hard. He's throwing some real cruise missiles out there. That's another incompletion.
Yeah, and McDermott laid a good hit on the receiver there, and there was a little bit of chatting going on after that because of how hard the hit was.
Fouls into the ball game on a 3rd and 10 for Manti at the 18. So 2 incomplete passes. They come out throwing here. And on that last one, again, Sheese came as an underneath receiver, and he was wide open. Well, Sheese will set as a slot right this time, inside the wide receiver, and then they'll go trips to the right-hand side. So they go narrow side trips. And Ace to the backside, throws it incomplete. Too high. Been too high on a couple of his passes. Just too strong an arm in a sense. So that's 3 incomplete passes on a punting situation here for the Templars. That one was higher than what Sheese could get to. So they went to check down the shorter receiver. The pass too high for him in a 4th down call.
They brought Nordmark in also as a tight end on that, and they kept him in for pass blocking.
Punt situation, first one of the night for the Manti Templars. So Emery, I'm guessing they're going to bring everything, including the kitchen sink here, to try to block this one, to try to get something going their way. And it will come from the outside, near side or far side. They got 2 outside ones there, and the punt is blocked. And it goes high into the air, then takes an Emery bounce at the 20-yard line, and then down at the 20. So Emery at work. They came from the outside with the punt block, and they'll have excellent field position at the Manti 20-yard line. And that return man really paid the price on that one.
Yeah, he got up a little sore. Now on that punt, one of the things that we had going on is the snap was a little bit low. Caleb Harris trying to catch it. It did hit the ground first, and it took him an extra second to square away to punt that away.
Had to go down and field that one. Did a good job of even picking that up, and then the rush was just too much. So it's Emery with the ball at the Manti 20-yard line, trying to get some points on the board. Going to look to throw, look to the outside, and they were going to try to run a flea flicker, and the receiver man was not there. You could see what he was looking to do. He was going to throw it to a running back trailing, and he got hit right after he had received and was going to try to make the pitch. So it's going to be a 3-yard pass completion for Emery to the 17.
Eric Lee on the coverage and the tackle, making it so it was just short gain for Emery.
2nd down and 7 at the 17. For Emery, the ball will be near the right hash, so wide side to the left. They run tight formation all the time. They haven't really ever flexed anybody out wide. And the Templars have run pretty tight formations tonight. They haven't run a lot of that spread offensive look. They'll counter it, go from right to left, back up the middle, and a pickup of maybe 1.5 yards. She's coming from the backside to help clinch that one down after the initial contact by Sago, who has played a fine defensive ball game tonight. A guy that really kind of initially the thought would be he would play a lot of safety, and he's had to step up and do some linebacking work. A little slow getting up, but made the tackle after a pickup of a couple, and it brings up 3rd and 5 for Emery. They trail 28-0.
Thomas McFarland comes in as a defensive end.
So it's 3rd and 5 at the 15 for Emery. McFarland, a sophomore. The motion will come from left to right. Quarterback going to look to the left-hand side, incomplete, and they're going to throw a flag on Albee. This is not the back judge. This is a side judge who was kind of screened off on it.
He had the same angle I did, and I would say he put his hand on the back of the receiver as he reached around, and it's a close call. I would probably agree with the official on this one. We also have the advantage that we can see it come up on the replay if the
ball will spot at the 7 here. We won't have time to replay that one. Throw from the 7. So it's a first and goal at the 7 for the Emery Spartans here at the 7:25 mark in this third quarter. They trail 28-0. They're just trying to do everything they can to get back into this ball game. And if they convert here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them then go to the onside kick again. Motion right to left. Hand it tailback right-hand side. It gets to the 5-yard line. The whistle hasn't blown yet. Has it? Yeah, finally blows at the 5-yard line because he had never touched a knee down. He came over the top. Was just kind of horse-collared there by a number of Manti Templars. And you even got the safety ace coming up off from that stack. Ben Tia. So it's a pickup of a couple to the 5-yard line. And McFarland will check out, and they'll bring in another defensive end. So
Wesley Wright came in for him. Yeah, that is a big risk there for Emery, too, when the play is extended and there's a lot of defenders around the ball because they're trying to strip it once they stop the forward progress.
Second down and goal at the 5 for Emery. I'm thinking they'll just chip away at this. The passing game's not worked well for them, and they have to take a timeout. Something was not set the way Emery wanted. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back.
The Manti Family Dental Clinic is proud to sponsor Manti High School sports on the radio. Dr. Ace and his staff are committed to supporting academic and athletic programs to better prepare our youth for the future.
Hi, this is Dr. Ace. I wish to thank all our dedicated and loyal patients for their support over the years. After all, it is you that makes it possible for us to help sponsor Manti High School's programs and activities. We wish all the athletes good luck this school year. Go Templars!
Happy to sponsor MHS Sports, the Manti Family Dental Clinic.
When you're ready to move across town, across the state, or across the country, U-Haul should be your first call. U-Haul in Ephraim has just what you need to make the move stress-free and easy on your bank account. Moving trucks, trailers and towing equipment, moving supplies, and more. If you're not sure what to do first, call U-Haul in Ephraim at 435-283-3390 before you do something wrong. U-Haul will make sure that you have money left in your wallet at the other end of your move. Call 435-283-3390, 283-3390.
A second down and goal, 4.5-yard line for the Emery Spartans. Right between the hashes. And they trail 28-0. Manti has only had one quick series in and out. Motion from right to left for Emery. They'll try to counter it, hit in the backfield, and then getting to about the 2.5-yard line. Well, some initial contact was made, and the Templars just about had a nice sack, and we've got an injured Emery Spartan. He's getting up a little slow, and we've got an injured Manti Templar coming up very slowly as well.
It's Wesley Wright. And he seems like he wants to stay in the game. He's up.
He's out, though. Nordmark will be in for him.
McFarland.
Oh, no, McFarland checking in. Okay.
Yep.
And it's going to be third and goal from the 2.5-yard line. So about a 2.5-yard gain on that last play. Templars making Emery earn it the hard way. And they've run a lot of counter action. We'll see if they just go with Meacham right up the middle or if they counter here on a third and goal from 2.5. They bring motion, hand it to Moda, and he gets in for the touchdown. So Moda's able just to slide in on a handoff right at the line of scrimmage. Moda scores the first touchdown of the night for the Emery Spartans from 2 yards out with 5:51 remaining in this third quarter of play. And now their point after attempt coming up for Emery. So they trail by 3 touchdowns. So Manti's mission now is this next offensive series to get the ball and establish themselves like they did in that first half of play. They went all pass in that first series, and that was 3 and out. High snap, placement's down, and it's a fire drill for them as well. Throw the ball into the end zone, and it's knocked down by Seth Jenkins. Volleyball hit, thank you, gets it out of there. And so that will mean that they'll kick it away, and the score will stand at 28-6 as Emery had a high snap on the point after attempt. We'll be back with the kickoff in 1 minute.
So, wondering where to go after the game? How about Snowcap Lanes in Ephraim? Not only is the bowling great, but the food at Snowcap, one word, incredible! From the amazing line of mouth-watering burgers and sandwiches to the fabulous prime rib on Friday and Saturday nights. Then check Tuesday and Wednesdays as open bowling days. And now's the time to sign up for bowling leagues. There's openings for men, women, and mixed doubles. Hey, it's a great way to meet people and make new friends. The place for fun and food. The Snowcap Lanes on South Main in Ephraim.
An old friend was telling me he's tired of jumping on a piece of equipment just to have something come off in his hand. That won't happen when you have Barclay Mechanical on your repair team. Equipment repair or fabrication, yep, Barclay Mechanical can do. Metal or mechanical repair or fabrication, yep, you guessed it, can do at Barclay Mechanical in Manti. Call Barclay Mechanical, 835-5084, or stop by 595 West 100 North in Manti. 835-5084, oh yeah, go get 'em, Manti Templars.
28-6, Manti the lead. They will get their second position. Emery's tried onside. That didn't work out for them, but then a blocked punt did work out for Emery, and so they had the 5-play drive and got the touchdown on a 2-yard run.
I fully expect another onside kick, and so does Manti, because their front line's all hands.
And here is the kick, and it is going to go out of bounds. So flags will fly.
The flags will fly. I think Manti did touch it, which still is a mistake because it was in front of the 10 yards that it had to go when they touched it. So the refs will have to confer here to see if they touched it. If it did really go out of bounds, they're going to say it went out of bounds or offside.
On Emery, Emery must have crossed. Maybe they had a player cross before the ball crossed. They might have had a player in advance of the ball. So it's Emery. Manti will get the ball to 47-yard line. Excellent field position here for Manti.
Yeah, the ball didn't roll forward fast enough, and the Emery should not go in front of the ball till it goes 10 yards.
So Manti gets the ball to 47, where it went out of bounds, wide side of the field to the left. And Manti 53 yards away from pay dirt. Probably could sew this one up. They'll go to Sheese. Sheese pops his way across the 50 to the 48-yard line. So pick up a 5.5 on first down.
It was Jenkins, actually, this time.
Was it Jenkins? Okay, yeah, it was. Seth Jenkins.
You got that 3 on that jersey, just like Jared. So
almost a 6-yard game. I'll give him 5 for Seth on that one. And it's second down and 5. Back split. They've got 2 backs down. Motion from left to right. Hand it left-hand side. This is Sheese this time. Sheese has the first down to the outside. And it'll be a 6-yard run for the first down carry by Sheese.
I think the strategy Manti had coming into this half of the game is they want to, of course, establish themselves again in the half to say, hey, we're in charge of this game. But they also wanted to get a little more feel for the pass because they may need that in the upcoming games as long as they win this one. So that didn't work out for them. Now they've gone back to the run.
42-yard line, first and 10. Wide side is to the right as they go left to right in this third quarter. Leading 28-6. Ace to throw in the pocket. Backside pressure coming, and down he goes at the 50-yard line. So they had some backside pressure. That was an outside attack on that. And so that'll be a sack of about 8 yards for Manti and bring up a second and long.
That was
so opposite of what most people do. They'll probably run for this big long yardage, so now we run, you know.
Yeah, go with what's worked.
I mean, they're averaging 10 and 11 yards per rush. And into the game will be Jordan Howe. A sophomore comes in for Manti. He's gotten more and more playing time. Right at the 50-yard line for Manti after the loss of 8. Second down. And they will have Ace to throw again. This time comes underneath, has it complete. Sheese breaks the tackle to the outside, down the sideline. And it'll be a third and makeable situation for Manti. As Brady got that one down lower, and Sheese was able to make it. And again, if you can't do it with a hand, you'll do it with a knee. And he'll give you an uppercut with a knee and just nail you one.
Yeah, Connor did an excellent job of getting that ball right to Jared where the defense couldn't get it. I would almost say the defender got there early, but Jared is so big compared to the defender. He was able to shrug him off. The only way that they got him down that time is knock him out of bounds.
Ball at the 35-yard line on a 3rd and 3. Hand it to Sago, and he's got room to go. Sago to the outside has the first down. Across the way, finally goes out of bounds. He had that first down without any problem at all from the 35 to the 27-yard line. 8-yard gain by Sago for the first down. Well, everything's worked for Manti in the running game tonight. That fly sweep there, he really didn't have to bubble. He had an angle, and he just was able to head over to the sideline.
Well, and Emery fell a little bit for the fake to Jared Sheese. They got to respect that.
Templars will hand it off on the handoff right side. This is one of the few times tonight that's been a short gainer. And that was fouls on that carry for about a 1.5-yard gain. They'll give him almost 2. And the ball will be at about the 25.5-yard line.
I'm seeing some good sportsmanship still between these teams. You know, they respect each other well, helping each other up after the play's over. And
Hayes under center with Sheese in the backfield on the 2nd down and 8 into the pocket. As fullbacks in, gets it over the middle, has it to complete. Is that Albee?
Albee.
Tiger comes out of that speed back spot and gets the pass completion. Boy, Ace delivered that one on the money. That went right in the breadbasket for Albee. No problem.
Manti now moving the chains at will.
So they get that completion down to the 10 on a 16-yard completion there for the first down. Right between the hashes. Play action. Ace to throw. Got a man out in the left flat. Sheese complete. 5-yard line, 4-yard line. Touchdown, Jared Sheese. And Pice to pay over there for that defender for Emery. And he's thinking, man alive, I've just been run over.
There was two of them out there. Two of them out there. And quite often you would think after making that catch, a receiver would be a little concerned to make that last 10 yards. You could tell Jared just knew he was going to go right over the top of him. He just went through both of them straight at him instead of trying to skirt around the edge.
10-yard completion for the touchdown to Jared Sheese, his second score of the night. That was on the check down pass, short side left. Extra point attempt for Harris.
Here's something that Manti struggled with the last few games.
Point is up, and that one's good. Snap placement down, and Manti leads 34-6 with 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Back with the kickoff in 1 minute.
This is Nate of Risk Managers in Ephraim. It's hard to believe that Risk Managers has been serving all your insurance needs for over 60 years, and we will be here in the future to take care of your auto, home, business, farm, health, and life insurance. Check first with us for very competitive, affordable rates and great customer service. For a quote and more information, contact Nate, Mark, or Rick at Risk Managers, 110 North Main in Ephraim. Call 283-4685.
Are you ready for a fiesta? It's always fiesta time with Mexican food that you crave at Los Amigos. Try the Mexican steak or one of my favorites, their fajitas or chimichangas. They have smothered burritos and enchiladas, non-alcoholic drinks, and kids' meals. They use homemade flour tortillas, and every table gets chips and the secret salsa. And check out their Friday specials. It's fiesta time at Los Amigos, 3rd East and 700 South in Ephraim, right behind the movie theaters.
Live sports coverage of the Manti Templars on
KMTL. Well, return out to the 33-yard line, and then kind of plugging things up there, Jordan Howe and friends. And Jordan put a stick in on that one. Tristan Daniels coming in to help out. You know, one of the things that's been interesting to see with some of those injuries, the Templars have had some players that probably wouldn't have had nearly as many plays this year, yet a good lot of quality time, and they're going to help out really next year a lot when they have to step into some starting spots.
Yeah, as Nathan Cox comes in right now, and also Thompson on the defensive line, Manti's going to be a well-rounded team throughout the playoffs and into next year because of the experience these younger players are getting.
Going to have to replace Sheese, Fowles, and Aston. Those are big shoes to fill. Or small shoes maybe on the, I don't know what Cameron's shoe size is, but it's a big player to try to fill the void on. Sweep to the left hand by Emery, and there are 9 Templars swarmed around the ball. There's only 2 of them not in on that one, so it'll be a pickup of 3 yards for Emery. They start this drive at the 35-yard line and get about a 3-yard gain on first down. Emery at about 115 yards now in rushing, which is way off. That's what Moda usually has by himself in a ball game and as a team. They are just at 115 yards in rushing. So second down.
Braden King in on a corner. He did an excellent job last week.
And with Albee out in some injury situations, they'll hand it on counter around the right-hand side back into the middle and a pickup of about 6 yards. So it's a Moda to the 44-yard line. And, you know, I realize there's different offensive philosophies, but I sure think I would run some 2-back sets with him and Meacham where Emery, because they run Moda always out of that slot or wing set. I think I'd run him as a down back sometimes, too, when he can just go straight up the line and head into the pack, because I can see how he could really do some damage that way.
Yeah, he really is able to move the ball quite a bit for Emery. We've got Stuart Lott in for Connor Ace at safety.
So 3rd and short, another sophomore getting some quality minutes, and going to be the first down for Emery to the 49-yard line. A lot of younger players getting in for Manti here. So 3rd and short as they convert it here on first down for the Emery Spartan inside the minute-and-a-half mark in this 3rd quarter. Ball will spot at the 48.5-yard line.
We mentioned Wesley Wright coming out earlier in the game when he was slow getting up, but he's still in there playing at defensive end. He is sometimes acting a little sore, but he really wants to be in there and play.
3-yard gain for that first down. Ball at the 49-yard line for Emery. Wide side is to the right. Meacham, the single running back. Mota will come in motion. Quarterback dropping into the pocket. Looking to the outside. Throws it back to the inside and threw it too long. And probably threw it a little earlier than he needed. He had some protection, and it was designed to, the wide receiver looked outside, came back to the inside more on a post pattern, and the quarterback, if he'd held it just a second longer and then thrown to his receiver, would have been able to run right underneath that. But goes incomplete and brings up 2nd down.
We did discuss that pregame, that is not one of Emery's strengths there, making a connection with the long pass.
So 2nd down call for Emery. 55 seconds. The clock stopped here in the 3rd quarter on the incomplete pass. And Manti leading this one now at 35-6. Landed on a sweep to the left-hand side. Running back kind of held up, and then it opened up for him. He hesitated for a minute, and that kind of sold the fake, and then he was able to scoot to the outside for about an 8-yard gain.
Tyler Albee was the one that knocked him out of bounds to end the play and also stop the clock, and brings up a 3rd down and 2.
Emery into Manti territory at the 44-yard line. So Manti and Morgan, the matchup. It's next Saturday at 4 o'clock at SUU. And Judge Memorial will play Juab Grantsville. We'll get a score update for you here at the quarter break on that Juab Grantsville game. Try to pass that along. It started at the same time we did, so that final won't be long until we're done with our game here for you as well. Tomorrow, Gunnison football will be on the radio. Pick that one up in a late-going 2A game. First down play. Good for the first down on the 5-yard gain on a 3rd and 3 to the 39-yard line. So Templars, again, a lot of younger players getting some good time in there.
And they're also holding their own and eating up some of this clock. That's the whole idea now in this late in the game. Braden King, they're going to hold up on equipment so he can tie his shoe down there. But like I said earlier, I was impressed with Braden King offensively and defensively last week against Canyon View.
Well, he chased down one running back, didn't he? He just flat out ran the guy that one time and gotten beat on coverage and able to recover. Looking to throw, nothing to the left, looking to the right, tries to put it over the middle, and that was good coverage on the outside. Braden King just kind of played an umbrella coverage on the outside. They were trying to get it. Again, these numbers are very hard to read. I think it was Gavin McDermott they were looking for to the outside. He was just blanketed up. The receiver to the right-hand side had a little bit of a seam, but there was a defender right between him and the quarterback that had been underthrown, had been picked. So I think really was a smart thing there to just try to get that over the middle, and didn't work, and goes incompletion. So credit Ty Justice, the quarterback, the junior, for staying away from a big mistake there. 2nd down. And they'll get it to Mota. Mota into the linebacking core. Steps through some tackles. And this is to the 30-yard line. He's playing against a lot lighter weight players now. This is a lot of JV unit for Manti. So Mota with that big size. He's a hefty one. 200-pound running back. 5'11" senior. One of the top 3 rushers in the state in 3A. And gets an 8-yard gain there. And brings up 3rd down and 2 at the 30 for Emery. Late in the 3rd quarter, handoff, dive play, first down, and more for Meacham, and that is the end of the quarter. As Meacham goes for 6 yards and the first down. So, into 3 periods, Manti leads 35-6. 4th quarter action coming up when we come back in 1 minute.
Zions Bank wishes the Manti High School Templars a winning season this year. And as community bankers, employees at Zions Bank's 2 convenient locations in Manti and Ephraim share your common values. Commitment to family, hard work, and an appreciation for our pioneering heritage. They offer friendly personal banking services, a variety of products to meet your everyday needs, and local decision-making. Discover why at Zions Bank we haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
How many internet-connected devices are in your home? Computers, smartphones, tablets, iPods, even your game consoles like Xbox and more share the internet and make it seem slow. Centricom high-speed internet with speeds up to 50 megs will help your devices work faster. Call Centricom now to get the speed you need for all your devices at 1-800-427-8449 or visit Centricom.com for more information.
The voice of the Manti Templars.
Going into the fourth quarter action with Larry Masco and Russ Olson. And Russ, update on Juab Grantsville.
Well, Juab 28, Grantsville 14 in the fourth quarter, and that's a good surprise. They've got them by a good 2 touchdowns.
So Juab could advance, and that would mean 2 teams from each division into the semifinals. They would take on Judge Memorial. First and 10 at the 24.5 here for Emery Spartans. Justice in the pocket, 4-step drop into the outside, incompletion. The King in the coverage. That was just almost one of those horizontal routes.
I've got an update on that score now. It looks like Grantsville scored a touchdown.
So it's 28-21. Keep that one right there. You can just give us right to the second updates on that one. Incompletion here for Emery. Comes up to a second down. 10 at the 24. Emery's completed 1 pass this half, and that was for 3 yards. Motion right to left. And drug down in the backfield. How about that for Nathan Cox? And, you know, Nathan's going to be a key next year for the Templars. And those kind there just really build a player's competitiveness.
He came right up through the middle. He got through there quick and hunted down that the running back and drug him to the ground.
So -4 on that one brings up 3rd and 14 for Emery at the 28-yard line. Here in the early part of the fourth quarter, 11:20 remaining. Manti 35, Emery 6. Motion from Emery. Hand it, Moda back up the middle, back across the grain, and he is stuck right there. Gets maybe 2.5 yards. Templars sticking their noses in there. A bunch of them coming off in that pile. Jenkins in there along with Ben Tia and several other Templars. So take 2 yards, put it in the book here, and make it a 4th down call now for Emery.
Eric Lee back in, and Wesley Wright now goes to the sideline.
Like Rim in the on 4th and 12, they come in with a nickel back.
Sheese has been out, and McFarland in at defensive end.
And Emery to go for it. 27. And Templars step across too quick. And that one will be the learning experience for Nathan Cox. So he makes a great play a while ago. Makes the mistake there. And, you know, are you almost glad to see him make it here once and then make a little firmer resolve not to do that again?
Yeah, that didn't hurt too bad because it didn't give him the first down. They've still got at least 6 yards to go on this.
So 4th down. Still about 7.5 minutes remaining in that UF Grantsville ball game. 21.5-yard line, 4th down and 7. Templars make another change of being right back in at a defensive end spot. And the quarterback rolling, going to try to come across the middle, intercepted by the Templars by Albee. And he's going to try to make a return, and he does, to the 30-yard line, back to the inside, 35, 40. Albee still going, and boy, did he dance a fancy tune to get up the field on that one. This Emery Spartan bunch, I think some of them are a little tired. They are way tired. And Albee, pretty fresh legs, and he danced past about 5 players on the way of that interception, because you're going, oh, no, just knock it down. And then the way he goes to return, you're going, oh, yeah, nice interception. Yeah. And a big return out to the 47-yard line. He looked like that was his first play of the night, the way he was going with fresh legs there.
Yep, and you could tell that it was just demoralizing for Emery, and he just juked and jived right around him. We got a timeout now for Manti.
From the 47-yard line, Manti to take the possession. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Providing full title service in the area for over 60 years now.
D-Land Title of Manti and Richfield has been serving the area since 1946. Merrill Ogden and his qualified staff can handle all document preparation, title searches, and title insurance. When your financial transactions require title work, request D-Land Title of Manti or Richfield. With over 60 years of service, call or visit D-Land Title for a no-obligation consultation on your title work. That's D-Land Title of Manti and Richfield.
Gunnison Market is holding a huge Christmas preview sale Friday, November 8th from 5 to 10 p.m. with Santa Claus. Free prizes and outstanding deals. Save on fresh-made cranberry sauce, $3.99. Fresh-made cheese balls, $3.99 a pound. Fresh-made cowboy caviar, $3.99. Barbecue chicken legs, 50 cents. Assorted cooked shrimp, $9.99 a pound. Assorted holiday salads, $4.99 a pound. And Little Debbie holiday snacks, 3 for $5. Don't miss the Gunnison Christmas preview sale with Santa Claus Friday, November 8th from 5 to 10 p.m. at Gunnison Market in Gunnison.
Well, Manti Templars have a lot of second unit and third unit players in now offensively. And that we got Caden Avila, sophomore lineman. They got in for one play. They're coming out. Some of the frontline players coming in, kind of a mixture coming in now. Thompson's coming in to play on offense. He's played some defense tonight, but was one of the captains tonight, Ethan Thompson, and now he's getting some offensive plays here as well. So Templars will mix first, second unit after that miscue and gives the ball to the Emery Spartans as the Templars fumbled it at about the 46-yard line. So a turnover on Manti, and Emery will have it at the 46. Right between the hashes, and they will counter it. Moda trying to come around right-hand side, and he is just snowed under by Templars. Pickup of maybe a yard.
Yeah, everybody was there. Tia, and let's see, Tristan Daniels is in there. Caleb Harris. All there was a good 5-6 there on that tackle.
So Emery starting this drive at the Manti 46 after the fumble by the Templars. The 9:25 mark. That was with a bunch of second and third unit players in there. So 2nd and 9 for Emery, trailing 35-6. They'll bring motion, hand it off on a power play to left-hand side, bring Moda in, and then have him lead block to the left, and a pickup of about 4 yards on that carry for Meacham. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Emery Spartans after that 4-yard gain. Emery now over 150 yards in rushing, looking a little more respectable there. About half of what Manti's had, though, on the night. And Manti's been very conservative in this second half of play. They came in with 270, and they've just been playing it pretty close to the vest. 40-yard line on the 3rd down and 5 for Emery. The motion will be right to left this time. They'll hand it to that motion back, and he's got a yard, and that's all, to the 40.
Quickly brought down by Easton Thompson of the Templars.
So that's going to be a 4th down and 4 for Emery. They look tired and dispirited right now.
Yeah, this is the end of the year and career for a lot of the seniors. They know there's not a chance now, but they're still plugging away, trying to make something of this drive.
4th and 4 at the 40-yard line. They're not going to punt. They're going to go for it here. Again, that's an offset back. He's offset to the left. And quarterback Justice going to come across the middle and has it complete. And the tackle made right after the catch at the 30-yard line. So credit that. I'll see if you can ever get a number on that. Again, these Emery numbers, very difficult to read. But that was a nice catch by the receiver over the middle for the 1st down.
Yeah, I think that was Bailey Famola.
Faimola? Okay. Who would have been the quarterback this year had he not had the injury before the season started.
He's done well on defense and offense for him tonight.
So he gets the completion there of about 10 yards for the 1st down, and it's only 2nd completion in this half for them. And they'll run power to the right-hand side into the secondary inside the 20-yard line on the quick opener. A pickup of 12 yards on the carry from the 30 to the 18-yard line. Another 1st down for the Emery Spartans there.
17-yard line.
Pickup of almost 18 to the 17.5.
We've got Stuart Lott in at safety there for Connor Ace on the sideline. I don't think we'll see Connor again tonight.
Nope. No reason. Templars running kind of a mix of a few of their starters or getting lots of time players, and some that are in for the first times tonight. To the outside, turning on the corner, and that was a pretty good job defensively, stringing that out across the way for the Templars.
Braxton Good.
Is it good? I said, as a linebacker spot, did a good job, but just kind of Tristan Daniels over there with some help on that one, and only ended up being a 3-yard gain. When they have that sweep to the outside, your job just to kind of keep it stringing out and stringing out. Templars did a good job with that one. So, second down, 7. At the 14-yard line, 13-yard line. Fumble by Emery, goes left-hand side, gets maybe half a yard on the exchange from quarterback to fullback, and not much pickup there. Is going to bring up third down and 6.
Tristan Daniels and Thomas McFarland controlling that corner out there, as we've got the number 75 coming in for Manti. I don't even have him on my roster.
That's true. It's not one that we have. I'm getting some instructions from a fellow teammate right up front there. Ben Tiatias might be one of the sophomore or freshman players, that defensive tackle spot. Motion right to left. Try to bubble it on the sweep left-hand side, turning the corner back into the middle and trying to get down to goal line, but he gets about to the 2-yard line. So from the 13 to about the 2 on a third down call, and 11-yard gain and another first down for the Emery Spartans with 5:50 remaining in the ball game.
Jake Kirkham and Caleb Harris coming in defensively.
Harris will get some. He'll be a key player next year at middle linebacker for the Templars. Jenkins will check out. They had Seth in there kind of being the mentor, the leader of all the second unit players, and they'll let him come out now as well on the first and goal from 3 yards out. Emery still running frontline offense, and Mota will get the touchdown carry from left to right. 5:32 remaining as Mota gets another touchdown tonight for the Emery Spartans on a 2-yard run at the 5:32 mark. Now their extra point attempt coming up. Thompson checks back in for the Templars, and T.O.T. is out, holding an arm as he comes off the field. Emery with a long time in the huddle here. I'm guessing they're probably looking at a 2-point conversion attempt, which they are. Their scoring average on the season, they're way off from that at 14 points. Looking to the far side and has it complete. Trying to get the coverage out there. Jake Kirkham, he was just outsized on that one, so they do get the 2-point conversion. 35-14. Manti the lead. Kickoff coming up when we come back in 1 minute.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, high school football season. And this year, Gunnison Valley Hospital is pleased to be the official sponsor of the Manti High Templars. But you don't have to be a Templar to be in good hands at Gunnison Valley Hospital. They've been treating local athletes for more than 75 years. Whether it's a routine visit or a sports-related injury, Gunnison Valley Hospital doctors and physicians are standing by to assist high school athletes throughout the region. Cutting-edge technology, hometown convenience. That's Gunnison Valley Hospital.
Colder temperatures outside means insects are looking for someplace warm to live, like your home. Spiders, ants, earwigs, and other bugs will take refuge from freezing conditions outside in your kitchen, bathroom, bedrooms, or anywhere else in the house. To protect your home or business, call Ecolife for a professional pest control barrier. Ecolife can apply a smell-free, safe for the environment product that they guarantee will make you bug-free. Call Ecolife at 283-6002.
The station for Manti High School sports.
KMTI. Emery Spartans have done a lot of onside kickoff tonight. We'll see what they do on this one here. And they do. Onside kick once again. And covered. Manti had it initially, and then it kept bouncing around. It's out at about the 47-yard line. Templars are getting a lot of, and they do retain possession here. I think it was covered up by Braden King to save the possession for the Manti Templars. They're getting a lot of reps tonight in onside kicks, which is good.
Which is good, because if you haven't done it in a game scenario, it's important to see. There's a lot going on. You've got that 10 yards that the ball has to go, and you also need to do some blocking if the ball's not coming right at you.
So Manti with first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Connor Bowles at quarterback.
Sophomore in at the QB spot with 2 running backs. Be a lot of backup players. They've got Lott in there. Lott coming around to sweep to the left-hand side. Lott cuts it up the drain and has a pickup of about 4 yards. Stuart Lott, a sophomore. He's going to, start of the year he was a sophomore. Next year he's going to be a junior, and he's going to get a lot of playing time next year at a running back spot. It's nice to get these kind of reps. Jay Kirkham comes in after the pickup of about 5. So the ball at the 48 of Emery, and a second down. Wide side of the field to be to the right. Templars running tight formations much of tonight. They will just run on Emery. They're susceptible to the run. Handoff comes to the right-hand side, and the first down carry by Caleb Harris. 5-yard gain for him. Well, production hasn't let off in the running department here for Manti. They've had 2 minus plays and a 1-yarder, and everything else tonight's gone for 5 yards or better in the rushing department. Clock running at 4:45. And Manti leading at 35-14. They advance on next Saturday semifinal against Morgan at 4 o'clock.
Jordan Otten in the game.
There'll be a lot of running back by committee here. Whistle blows. They get the handoff to Otten. Trying to get everybody, a chance. They pay a lot of dues during the season, a lot of practices. Just try to get them a chance to handle the ball. Procedure call on Manti, 5-yard mark off. And, of course, Manti's got running backs that they just keep coming and coming and coming. What they have to find from time to time is some offensive linemen. And next year, Pritchard will be back, and we'll have to do some building around that. Cox and some others. An offensive line, kind of a rebuild project there. And at 3 skill positions. And stumbling and trying to go around the right-hand side, Braxton Good. His foot got tangled up, so it'll be a loss of 5 on that one in the exchange from quarterback. So it's reason you get these running backs to have some time in there just so that they learn about some spacing and some coordination of everything. Number 8 coming in, that's another one not on our roster. This might be a freshman player in. Second down and long.
We got Ryan Cole out here on the left tackle, and number 75, we don't have his name, is center.
Yeah, a lot of times Cox runs that center spot, so they've got another one down. Here's the halfback right up the middle on a carry for about 5 yards by Tristan Daniels. He'll be another one that'll be important part of that Manti Templar effort next season. So third down for Manti, 3rd and 16. Colton Miller, sophomore, checks in, running back. You been in yet? No? Okay, get in there. It's your turn. Not everybody getting a crack at it here. Caden Avila, offensive lineman, who is a sophomore. And we've got a referee taking a timeout here. I think Avila's shoe is not on, and he hurried up to the line of scrimmage.
It is Nathan Cox.
Nathan Cox is the center, yeah.
Yep, it's that number 75 is his left guard. Having the tight end there threw me off for a second, I guess, last play.
So third down. Motion left to right. Looking to throw. Bowles comes out, has it, and right on the money. Nice pass by Bowles. Like to see that from a young quarterback, be able to make that read in that pass. Dropped by his receiver. And that will bring up a 4th down in a punt situation. And nice to see them. Dave Stevens giving him a chance to run a pass play there, too. Let's see if Manti may just 2:52, and they're just going to run another play here, I think. Just need time off the clock. 4th down call for Manti. Tight formation. They really don't have wide receivers out there. And they'll counter it off and hand it up the middle to Harris. And Harris will get about a 5-yard gain. So it'll bring up first down for Emery at their own 41-yard line. But give Harris 5 yards on that one. And it'll be Emery then to take over on downs here in the final moments of this ball game. 2:45 remaining. Manti 35-14. Post-game show coming up. Presented by Sunrise Engineering, making things you do every day better every day. Promoting athletic and academic excellence. We'll name our player of the game coming up on our post-game, Los Amigos. That player will get a chili relleno with bean burritos smothered in cheese, served with rice and beans. For takeout, call right now at 283-5675. So Emery at their own 47-yard line.
They're also rotating younger players in, and as one came in, they had to whisper the play to him.
Offset to the right-hand side. Usually their tailback offset. Quarterback going to throw one up for lobs and incomplete. And the coverage for Manti is Brant Stevens. And receiver, again, really should have held that one in.
Yeah, that was Bailey Fiamalo again.
Bailey coming back from injury. This is his first game, and he just, you can tell. It's when you haven't played, and he's really kind of frustrated with himself. Bailey would have been the quarterback this year for Emery had he been healthy.
I believe number 7, he's been in and out for Manti. He's not on a roster, but by the way he runs, I think I recognize it as Sam Tiatia.
Second down call, and the ball loose on the ground, and I think Emery retains possession, covered up there by the quarterback Carson Healy, who is a senior. He was kind of made the backup quarterback when Malu went out with injury, so they fumble the ball there and have a loss of about a yard. Third down and 11 for the Emery Spartans. Ball at the 46.5, or 40.5 actually, 40.5 yard line. Handoff, sweep to the left-hand side. Boy, Templars smell that one out.
Good penetration there on the line. McFarland, Nate Cox, Tyler Squire.
Bunch of them. Loss of a couple for the Emery Spartans. So Emery getting negative yardage on that one.
Manti set up just in case Emery decides to punt. They've got number 23 back Lane Robbins. If it does turn into a defensive scenario that they're going for it on 4th down, he'll come up as a safety. But
4th and 13 for Emery.
They're going to go for it.
Clock at 1:13. Handed off, dive play. That's not going anywhere. Templars smother that one up. Coming up with the football is 71 Thompson, but it will turn over on downs, and Manti will have it at the 45-yard line. So Emery's going to end the night, looks like, with 178 yards or so in rushing, and Manti will have the ball to 39.5. They'll run a couple of plays, and this one will be all said and done. And Manti will have Bowles at the quarterback spot. And they're going to run just the protection set here with Stuart Lott to be back as a deep safety valve here. Taking the knee is Connor Bowles. I don't even put these in the stat sheet. There's no reason to at this point.
Yeah, it does. It would show as, minus 1 yard, and it's inconsequential to the game right now. I do want to recognize that this JV team did come in for Manti, and they held their own defensively and even offensively. They were able to move the ball.
So one more play for Manti, at least to have to run here. They'll take all the time they can here and run this one off. Coming up on our post-game show, presented by Sunrise Engineering, we'll name a player of the game. We'll have a look at our stat wrap-up, the scoreboard. Hopefully have everything set for you for next week's semifinals. And we'll have our scoring summary as well here for tonight's ball game. The Templars had run some offense here and gotten some yardage picked up. They have gone over 3 yards in rushing tonight. But that'll finish it off here. Manti 35-14, the victors over the Emery Spartans tonight in the quarterfinal matchup. Post-game shows coming up. We'll be back with that in 3 minutes, presented by Sunrise Engineering.
Since 1975, Cache Valley Bank has served the banking needs of Utah. The tradition of great local banking continues as they purchase the local America West Bank branches located in Ephraim, Mount Pleasant, Fairview, Nephi, Loa, and Price. Cache Valley Bank specializes in home loans, commercial, agriculture, and construction loans with local decision-making at each branch. Cache Valley Bank is excited to be a part of your community with the same great people and the same great service. Cache Valley Bank, a tradition of helping. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome to the home of the Manti Templars. I'm your host, Toby Tobler. Channel 3 is excited to cover Templar football, and we want to share all the emotions that come with the glorious team and the battles they will face in proclaiming their place in infamy as state champions. We will be showing live home games on Channel 3, but to make the experience more fantastic, they will be in HD on Channel 800 a few days later. Get HD now by calling 835-2929 and follow Manti Telecommunications on Facebook for all the news on sports and showtimes.
Don't take the risk of inadequate car service. For the very best in maintenance and repairs, take your vehicle to Big G Automotive in Manti. For everything from general service and care, heating and cooling service, and even transmission problems, the best place is Big G Automotive. They also have fast, reliable towing service for when you're in a jam. And don't forget that Big G Automotive is your local dealer for coast-to-coast carports. Visit Big G Automotive at 204 North Main in Manti.
The Manti Family Dental Clinic is proud to sponsor Manti High School sports on the radio. Dr. Ace and his staff are committed to supporting academic and athletic programs to better prepare our youth for the future.
Hi, this is Dr. Ace. I wish to thank all our dedicated and loyal patients for their support over the years. After all, it is you that makes it possible for us to help sponsor Manti High School's programs and activities. We wish all the athletes good luck this school year. Go Templars!
Happy to sponsor MHS Sports, the Manti Family Dental Clinic.
No one plans to break down on one of Utah's lonely highways, but when you're broke down, locked out, or out of gas, and you're stressed out and not really sure what to do, make sure the first thing that you do is call Sorensen